Good evening everyone, welcome to a new class session. Yes, good afternoon Anchana, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon Devi, Harita, Lakshmi. So discussing another set of questions focusing bank SSC. Yes, Neha, good afternoon. So in the last session we discussed a question that had a typographical error, right? So first of all I am discussing that question first. So I am going through the comments. Okay. Yes, Hari, good afternoon. Rohini, good afternoon. So I am not wasting your time. So let's start discussing the questions one by one. I am providing 35, as you all know that. For the new students, I will provide 35 seconds for each question. After that, you need to, 1 second. Okay, after that, you should write your answer option number. I will check it and I will read the name of those who have answered it correctly. Okay. So I think we can start, right? Yes. Okay. So first question that was discussed in the previous live session that has an typographical error. So first of all we are discussing that question. Yes, 35 seconds for the first question and your time starts now. Time up. Time up. Since we discussed the question, so I am starting, I am not wasting the time. Listen carefully. In the session also I am showing an animation related to that frame. Listen carefully. So the question, if 9a square plus 16b square plus c square plus 25 is equal to 24 into a plus b, then the value of 3a plus 4b plus 5c is. So here we need to find the value of 3a plus 4b plus 5c. So for that we should find the value for a, b and c. For that an if condition is given, right? That is, if 9a square plus 16b square plus c square plus 25 is equal to 24 into a plus b. As I said in the previous class session, that is, this question was asked for SSC CGL examination. So very important question. Listen the way I am approaching the question. First of all, S 9a square plus 16b square plus c square plus 25 is equal to, I am opening this, on opening it is 24a plus 24b, right? So the first animation I am showing is that, like, listen here, is 9a square. We know that 3 square it is 9, right? So I am writing like this, instead of 9a square I am writing it as a whole, that is 3a the whole square. After that, similarly 16b square. 16b square, that is 4 square is 16, so 4b the whole square, we can write like that. I am writing c square as it is. After that, yes, there is a 25, I am writing it here, and as I said earlier, yes, I am opening this 24a plus 24b and I am taking that to the left hand side, then it becomes minus 24a minus 24b, which is equal to 0. Okay. After that, what I am going to do is, in order to find the value for a, b and c, we need to solve like this. Listen, I am going to make it as a it in the frame a plus b the whole square, in order to make that in the frame a plus b the whole square, what I am going to do is I am going to split this constant 25 to 2 part, that is I am splitting this 25 as 9 and 16. So like this you can see here, yes, 16 and 9. After that I am providing the 16 to one set and 9 to another set, that is, listen carefully, that is here 3a square, and I am taking that minus 24a here, and I am taking that 16 here. So then it becomes 3a the whole square minus 24a plus 16. In order to make it as a frame a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square, I am splitting that 25 to 2 part. Okay. Next, after that, taking this 9 to the next part, that means I am arranging this as 4b square. After that I am taking that minus 24b plus this 9 plus that additional c square, which is equal to 0. On looking into this, these two sets, both are same, right? Okay. After that we know that 3a square plus minus 24a plus 16, this set we can write as 3a minus 4 the whole square, right? We know that a minus b the whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we can write like this, this is 3a minus 4 the whole square, and this set we can write as 4b minus 3 the whole square. So as you can see here, is 3a minus 4 the whole square plus 4b minus 3 the whole square, then that c square is equal to 0. I hope up to this point it is clear, right? In order to make it like this, I splitted this 25 to 2 part. Okay. After that, listen, we want to find the value for a, b and c, right? So for this particular question, on looking into this frame, on summing these three, we need to get the value as 0. So the only possibility to make this on summing the whole as 0 is this should be 0, at the same time this should be 0, at the same time this should be 0, because see, we know that 0 plus 0 plus 0 which is equal to 0. For the only possibility to make this frame 0 is we need to make all this as 0. That means, first of all, as I am taking 3a minus 4 the whole square is equal to 0. Then we know that 3a minus 4, taking the square root, it becomes 3a minus 4, which is equal to square root of 0, we know that it's 0. So we can say that a is equal to 4 by 3, right? So we considered this as 0, next this also as 0. Similarly, that is 4b minus 3 the whole square is equal to 0, that means 4b minus 3 is equal to 0. So 4b is equal to 3, or b is equal to, yes, 3 by 4. Again c square is equal to 0, that means c is equal to 0. So from this condition, in order to satisfy this, on equating all the terms, that means the first session and second session and third session as 0, we will get the value for a as 4 by 3, b is equal to 3 by 4 and c is equal to 0. I am going to put this value here. As a result of that, as 3 into a that is 4 by 3, right? So 4 by 3 plus, next it is b, right? As 4 into 4b, right? So 4 into, instead of b we need to write 3 by 4 plus, next 5c, right? So 5 into c, we know that it is 0, 5 into 0. On cancelling, 3 and 3 cancels and 4 and 4 cancels. So 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 0. So the final answer for this question, we can say that the answer is option number 3, 7 answer. Yes, Anchana, correct? I know that this question is difficult for you. That's why I explained. Okay, good afternoon. Okay, clear. So Anchana, please try to write the option number instead of writing the answer. Okay. Okay, right. So moving on to the next question, question number 2, another important question asked for SSC CGL examination. 35 seconds and your time starts now. Yes, time up, but I am giving additional 35 seconds. I know that it is difficult to find, so additional 35 seconds. Yes, time up. Answer please. Yes, this question is also a time consuming question, I know that. If you can find the answer, please. I provide around 70 seconds for solving this question. Okay. So I am getting some answers in the application backend, but in the YouTube nobody is there. So I am not wasting the time. Listen carefully. Listen. Yes, a good question, another good question. The problem is that I am reading the question first. If x raised to 4 plus 1 by x raised to 4 is equal to 322, then the value of x cube minus 1 by x cube is. Normally when we get these type of questions, many of you will skip this question, but if you know the result, that means if you know a minus b the whole cube, a plus b the whole cube, a plus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square, like that, we can find the answer for this question. Listen carefully. Here I am reading that question as if x raised to 4 plus 1 by x raised to 4 is equal to 322, then the value of x cube minus 1 by x cube is. So we need to find x cube minus 1 by x cube, and an if condition is given, but we can't directly take that if condition and we can't find this answer, x cube minus 1 by x cube. If it is asked to find x square minus 1 by x square, it's okay, x square plus 1 by x square, like that, then it is okay. But if we need to find x cube minus 1 by x cube, listen, here what I am going to do is, first of all, in order to find this, I am thinking like this, that is, what is x minus 1 by x the whole cube? Simply we can say that, what is a minus b the whole cube? To make this frame x cube minus 1 by x cube, that is why I am using this x minus 1 by x the whole cube. What is x minus 1 by x the whole cube? We know that a minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube, since it is minus. So I am repeating that a minus b the whole cube is equal to, please note this, a minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. I am repeating that once again, a minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. So you should remember this frame, and I am applying that frame here. Listen carefully. A minus b the whole cube is equal to a cube minus 3a square b, that means x square into 1 by x, plus 3ab square, right, minus b cube, that means 1 by x cube. Okay. Next, I am just arranging this as this is x cube and this is minus 1 by x cube. So I am arranging this as x cube minus 1 by x cube. That is what we need to find, right? After that, in these two sets, listen, we can cancel this x and this x, here this x and this square. After that, we know that it is minus 3x plus 3 by x, right? So from these two frames, I am taking minus 3 as common. As a result of that, it becomes x minus 1 by x, right? X minus 1 by x. Okay, so I am repeating that procedure once again. So I am writing x cube minus 1 by x cube here. After that, I am taking minus 3 as common. If I am taking minus 3 as common, then it becomes plus x since I am taking minus, then it becomes minus 1 by x. Okay, next I am arranging this. Listen, since we need to find this one, I am taking the other to the next side. So on arranging, it becomes x cube minus 1 by x cube is equal to x minus 1 by x the whole cube. Since it is minus 3 into, on taking to the left hand side, then becomes plus. So plus 3 into x minus 1 by x. So this is what we need to find. In order to find this value, we know that we need to find x minus 1 by x. If we know x minus 1 by x, that's the answer, right? So our next step or our next procedure is to find the value for x minus 1 by x. For that, listen, another result we need to remember. That is, in order to find that result, from that result we need to reach to this frame x minus 1 by x the whole cube. For that, yes, listen, there is an if condition given. We need to connect it with this, right? So for that, in order to make this connection, I am writing like yes, x square plus 1 by x square, right? The whole square. What is x square plus 1 by x square the whole square? In order to make this frame x raised to 4 plus 1 by x raised to 4, I am writing like this. So from this, I hope we can find x minus 1 by x. So listen, which is equal to s a plus b the whole square. We know that a plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Oh, so we can write like this: a square, that means x raised to 4, plus b square, that means 1 by x raised to 4. This is here, right? That we know that it is 322, plus 2ab. 2ab means 2 into x square into, I am writing it here, yes, 2 into x square into 1 by x square. We can cancel these two x squares, then becomes 2, right? Instead of x square, x raised to 4 plus 1 by x raised to 4, we can consider 322. So 322 plus that 2, it becomes 324. And we want to know what is x square plus 1 by x square. So we can say that if I am taking the square root, we can ignore this 2. So as a result of that, finally we will get x square plus 1 by, I am taking the square root for this. On taking the square root as square root of 324, we will get the answer as x square plus 1 by x square, it is 18, because square root of 324, it is 18. So we reached up to that point. Next, yes, x square plus 1 by x square, we got that. Next step is, we need to frame this x minus 1 by x. For that, I am writing what is x minus 1 by x the whole square. Yes, we know that x minus 1 by x the whole square is equal to a minus b the whole square frame, right? That is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So a square minus 2ab, that means 2 into x into 1 by x, that is minus 2 plus b square, 1 by x square. And these two frames, x square plus 1 by x square plus 1 by x square, that we know that it is 18, 18 minus this 2, that is 16. So we got x minus 1 by x the whole square as 16. Then we can say that x minus 1 by x is equal to square root of 16, that is 4, right? Because 4 square is 16. So finally we got x minus 1 by x, the x minus 1 by x value, that is 4. I am substituting it here as a result of that, which is equal to x minus 1 by x. So 4 cube minus 3 into 4, not minus, plus 3 into 4, right? Which is equal to 4 cube, we know that it is 64 plus 12. As a result of that, you will get the final answer as 76. So for this question, the value of x cube minus 1 by x cube, the answer is option number 1, 76 answer. A good question asked for SSC CGL. Of course, we need practice for solving these questions within that limited time period. We should know all the results to find the answer. I hope it is clear for all, right? So many answered it as 82. Someone answered it as 82. I hope it is clear for you. Okay, Anchana, it is correct. Very good. Option number 1. Harida, it is not correct. Please check it. I hope it is clear. Not wasting the time. I'm moving on to the next question, right? Yes. So if it is clear, please post that it is clear for you. Okay. Should remember the results to find the answer. So I am moving on to the next question. I hope it is clear for all. So 35 seconds, next question, question number 3, and your time starts now. Okay. Okay, time up. Answer please. Okay. Ajit answered as option number 2. You retracted one message. Okay. Answer please. Happy to hear that you understood what I explained. Okay. So please post your answer for this question, answering it as option number 1, Anandu Radhakrishnan. Okay. Ajit answered as option number 2. Gauri answer option number 2. Pradisha, clear. Okay. Option number 2. Okay. Gauri, option number 2. So I am solving this. Good question. Very easy question to find. Listen carefully. I am reading the question. A takes 30 minutes longer than B to cover a distance of 15 km at a certain speed. However, if A doubles his speed, he covers the same distance in an hour less than the time than B. What is the speed of B? We can frame this in two ways. That means using two variables we can find the answer for the question. I am considering in terms of speed to find the answer for this question. First of all, what we need to find? We need to find the speed of B, right? And we know that speed is equal to distance by time. Clearly given that he need to cover 15 km. So distance divided by time, time taken by B. If we know the time taken by B, we can easily find the answer, right? For that, listen. A takes 30 minutes longer than B to cover a distance of 15 km. That means if I am writing the time taken by A to cover that 15 km is TA. Clearly given that A takes, the time taken by A is 30 minutes longer than the time taken by B. If the time taken by train B to cover this distance is TB, then the time taken by A is equal to 30 minutes more. 30 minutes more means in hour it is 1/2, right? Because 30 by 60, that is 1/2, half an hour. Okay, first this is the frame. Second condition is that, however, if A doubles the speed, we need to find the time. And next they are dealing with speed. To make the calculation easier, remember that I am considering in terms of time. We know that time is inversely proportional to speed. So here, if A doubles the speed means, that means to cover that particular distance, the time taken by A will be half of the previous condition. So we can say that if the previous condition, if the time taken by A is TA, if he doubles the speed, that means the time taken by him is half with respect to the previous condition. Okay, if that is the situation, he covers the same distance in an hour less than the time taken by B. If that is a condition, this time is 1 hour less than the time taken by B. Correct? On taking the relation, we can find the time taken by B, right? So solving this, listen. On crossing, time taken by A is equal to twice time taken by B minus 2, because I am opening it with 2, right? And applying it here, yes, listen. TA is equal to 2 TB minus 2, I am putting it here. So 2 TB minus 2 is equal to TB plus 1 by 2. On arranging, time taken by B is equal to 2 plus 1 by 2. 2 plus 1 by 2, that is 5 by 2, because 2 and a half, 5 by 2, correct? So I am putting the value here, S, which is equal to 15 divided by time taken by B to cover that 15 kilometer, that is 2.5 hours, so 5 by 2, so I am writing 5 by 2, I am taking that 2 to the numerator, so into 2, and 5 3 times. So we can say that the answer is 6 kilometer per hour. So for this question, the answer is option number 2, 6 answer. Very good, many answered correctly. Anantu, Amita, Adarsh, Shalini, Harida Lakshmi, Ruchik, Adira Krishnan, Gauri Lakshmi, very good. So moving on to the next question, question number 4, 35 seconds, and your time starts now. It's from the topic compound interest, do it carefully. Time up. Yes, post your answer please. Okay. Okay, Chit. Good. Anantu Radhakrishnan, correct, very good. Adarsh PS, option number 3, please check it once again. Devika Anil, okay, good. Okay. So I am explaining this, listen carefully. At a compounded interest rate of 10% per annum, the interest is rupees 1,623 in 2.5 years. When interest is annually combined, what is the principal amount? So we need to find the initial invested amount. And we know that when we are dealing with a compound interest frame, we will always use the Pascal's triangle frame to answer the question, right? So first of all, the problem here is it is for 2.5 years. So I am splitting that to two parts. We know that for 2 years we can write the frame 1 to 1, right? So using that we can find the interest amount for that particular 2 year. Next we need to calculate the additional half year interest also. And the sum of all the interest is rupees 1,623, and remember, and it is for 2.5 years. So first of all I am going to calculate like this. That is, since it is for 2 years, I am writing the frame 1 to 1. Yes, we need to find the principal. If we need to find the principal, for this question I am assuming the principal, that means the principal amount is what we need to find. I am assuming it as 100. So if I am assuming it as 100, this one is 100, right? and the rate it is clearly given 10% per annum, then it becomes 10% of 100. We know that it is 10, and 10% of 10, it will be 1. So we can easily say that from this condition the interest for 2 years, it is 20 plus 1, 21. That is the interest for 2 years if we assumed our principal amount as 100. Next, half year interest is to be calculated. So I is equal to, we know that PNR by 100. Since it is compounding, we need to consider principal according to the final reported amount for after 2 years. So we know that the principal it is 100 and the interest is 21. Then we can say that the interest will, the principal for the principal after the second year is 121, right? So P into time period, it is half. So P NR, rate no change, by 100. So on cancelling, we will get this as 121 divided by 20. So this will be the interest for that 6 months time after the 2 years, right? So we need to find the, we need to connect it with this 1623. So we need to find the connecting value for that interest also. So 121 divided by 20, on crossing it is 420 plus 121 divided by 20, because 21 to 20, that is 21 to 2, 42, 420 plus 121. As a result of that, 145, 541 divided by 20. Okay. So for us, according to our assumed principal 100, the interest after 2.5 years is 541 divided by 20. Corresponding to this, in the question it is clearly given that it is not 541 divided by 20, it is 1623. And what we need to find? We need to find only the principal, and our principal is 100. So corresponding to 100, the value for the given question is, yes, we know that S, on looking at this, S 541, it is 3 times, right? So I am writing the frame like this, as 3 into 100 divided by 1 into 20, so into 20. So we can say that it is 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 100. So finally the answer will be 6000. So for this question, the answer is option number 2, and the principal amount is rupees 6000. Answer. Correct? Very good. Devika, Adarsh, Harida Lakshmi, Amita, Rohini, Ruchik, Athira Krishnan, Anchana Krishnan, Shalini. Very good, very good. Sneha Haridas, Pradisha, Gauri Lakshmi. Very good. Correct. So moving on to the next question, question number 5. That's from the topic probability. So just try to find the answer for the question. Yes, 35 seconds for that question, and your time starts now. Time up. Post your answer, please. Time up. Okay. So I think I need to explain this question. Listen. Yes. Okay. I am explaining the question. Listen. when we are dealing with probability, we should know the probability distribution of a particular event or a particular random experiment. As I am reading this question, listen. An urn contains 4 green, 5 blue, 2 red and 3 yellow marbles. If 3 marbles are drawn at random, what is the probability that at least one is yellow? If you watched our video recorded session that is provided in our application, you can understand that how we are approaching a question like this. Always we should remember that the sum of all the possibilities of a particular random experiment, it will be 1. Remember that. When we sum all the probability condition for all the probability value condition of a particular event, on summing the final answer will be 1, because the maximum value for probability we know that it is 1, right. So here I am using that logic to find the answer. Listen carefully. That is, an urn contains 4 green, 5 blue, 2 red and 3 yellow. If 3 marbles are drawn at random, and so that means we are taking 3 marbles. If we are taking more than one at a time, then for sure we need to apply combination to find the answer, otherwise we will never get the answer. Remember that frame. Okay. If you are taking more than one at a time, you should write combination. What is the probability that at least one is yellow? So they are dealing with the ball colored yellow. So for that I am writing the random possibilities for the random event occurrence for that particular yellow. We know that when 3 balls are drawn, and if the condition is yellow, the possibilities are, first one, we can, first possibility that on taking 3 balls, maybe all the 3 balls are of the same color and that is yellow. That is possibility number 1. Second possibility is that 2 balls are yellow and the third one, it is other color. Other color I am writing it as O, other color, other than yellow. That means it may be a green, blue, red, like that, right. Next possibility is that only one is yellow and other 2 are other colors. That is the third possibility, and the last possibility is that all the 3 balls are other colors. These are the total possibilities when we are drawing 3 balls related to yellow. And on taking the probability for each condition, you will get some fraction, and on summing the whole, you will get the final answer as 1. That means the sum of the whole possibility probability value, it will be 1. And what is our question? Listen carefully. What is the probability that at least one is yellow? That means if I am taking 3 balls, at least one is yellow means at least means greater than or equal to 1. So if I am taking 3, the condition is that greater than or equal to 1 means either 1. If I am taking 3, maybe 1 will be in yellow color. If I am taking 3, 2 may be yellow colors. If I am taking 3, the whole 3 may be yellow colors. So these 3 possibilities we need to consider if it is at least one yellow. That means here we need to consider yes, one yellow, this we need to consider, this one we need to consider, and this one we need to consider. So on summing, on finding the probability value for these 3 and on summing, and if we consider with respect to the whole, we will get the answer, right. Instead of solving like this, as I said earlier, the sum of the whole, it is 1. So from the whole, if we remove this condition, that means no yellow condition. If all the 3 balls are other colors, that is no yellow. Then we can say that at least one is yellow, that condition can be satisfied, right. So I am writing that if we need to find probability of getting at least one yellow. To find this, the best possibility is from the total 1, just subtract probability of getting no yellow. I hope the idea is clear. That means we know that the total event occurrence is this much. So from the total 1, just remove this, you will get at least one yellow possibility. That means the sum of these 3. Okay, so I am calculating this, listen carefully, 1 minus total, in the back it is 4 plus 5, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 3, 14. So total 14 balls are there. From that 14 we need to select 3, and in order to get at least one yellow, we need to subtract 1 minus P of no yellow. P of no yellow means the selected ball is not yellow. That means we can select any other color other than yellow. We know that total 3 yellows are there. If we remove the 3 yellows from 14, then we know that remaining 11 yellows are there. So 11C3, right. I am calculating this, listen carefully, 1 minus. Since it is 11C3 by 14C3, 11C3 is actually 11 into 10 into 9 divided by 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 14C3 is 14 into 13 into 12 divided by 3 into 2 into 1. I am cancelling that, 3 into 2 into 1 denominator portion, then becomes 11 into 10 into 9 divided by 14 into 13 into 12. Cancelling and solving this. Yes, 3 3 times, and 3 it is 4 times, 4 it is 2 times, sorry 2 2 times, and 2 5 times. So we can say that it is 1 minus 5 3s are 15, 15 into 11, that is 165 divided by S 14 into 13 into 2, 14 into 13 into 2, that is 364. Okay, so on crossing 364 minus 165, it is 199. So we can say that 199 by 364, that will be the answer for the question. So for this question, the answer is option number 4, 199 by 364, answer. Very good, many answered correctly, very good. I am happy to see that you know the procedure for solving questions based on probability. So moving on to the next set, the next set is a data interpretation question. It's a line graph. So yes, many answered correctly. So I am moving on to the next question, next set of question. It's a data interpretation question. It consists of 5 questions based on a line graph. So first of all, let's evaluate what is given, right? After that I will explain what to do. Okay, so next question set, this one. So an import to export ratio frame is given. So from this we need to, based on this 5 questions are asked. So just go through the given graph, what all ideas are given, just try to understand that. Okay. No need to write anything, I will provide the graph in that side for solving the question. Just analyze the given line graph. Okay. Next, after that I am giving you an idea how to approach this question. Listen. Here starting from 93 to 2000, clearly given. Study the following table carefully and answer the questions that follows. The following graph shows the ratio of the import to export of 2 countries in different years. So import to export ratio is given. Import to export ratio means import divided by export ratio is given. For example, if I consider the import of a particular country as 300 and if I consider the export of that country as 200, then for a particular year, for example, for the year 2016, for that particular country, we assume that it is India, right? If the import value is 300, for example, assume it has 300 lakhs, okay, and if the export value is 200 lakhs, assume it as mobile phone, that's very easy to understand, right? For the year 2016, the number of mobile phones imported to India, assume it as 300 lakhs, and the number of mobile phone exported from India, it is 200, right? Someone asked, sir, what is X and Y? Actually X and Y are 2 countries, okay, different 2 countries, that's clearly given. Okay, I will explain it, listen carefully. Gauri, I hope it is clear for you. It is 2 countries, country X and country Y, that's the meaning. Okay, right, listen, back to the condition, I am repeating that procedure. Import to export ratio is given. Yes, 2016, assume that for the year 2016, the import of mobile phone, the number of mobile phone imported is 300 lakhs and the number of mobile phones exported is 200 lakhs. So for that particular year we can say that the import to export ratio, it will be 300 divided by 200, that is 1.5, right? That is the import to export ratio value. Another year, assume that for the year 2018, the number of mobile phones imported is 100 lakhs and the mobile phone exported is 200 lakhs. Okay. For that year 2018, the import to export ratio, it will be, yes, 100 by 200, it will be 0.5. For what you understood on looking at this frame? Here you should understand that when we are dealing with import to export ratio, listen, if the value of import is more than the value of export, here the export is less and value of import is more, right? If the value of import is more than the value of export, the ratio value, it will be more than 1. So on looking into the graph, you can see that in many situations the value is more than 1, right? Right, that is this one, 1.08, 1.1, 1.2. In all the three conditions, you should remember that the value of import is more than export. Okay. Similarly, here listen, the import it is 100 and export is 200. As a result of that, we got the ratio as 0.5. What that means? If the value of import is less than the value of export, the ratio will be, the final ratio will be less than 1. That's why the other values are less than 1. In all the situations that is less than 1, you should remember that the value of import is less than value of export. That is the main point, or that is the main point that you should analyze while looking into this graph. If it is 1, what that means? Simple. If the value of import is equal to the value of export, import is equal to export, then the answer is 1. Okay. I hope this idea is clear. Using this idea, we need to find the answer for the given 5 questions. Okay. Please post if it is clear for you. I want to know if this idea is clear. After understanding this, it is very easy to find. We can find it within 1 or 2 minutes, the answer for the given 5 questions. Always remember that if import divided by export, if it is import to export ratio, it is import divided by export, and if the value is more than 1, that means the import value is more. Maybe in some questions it will be the reverse, that is export to import ratio will be given. Then take the reverse of the given condition. Okay. Okay, clear. Thank you. Thank you. So let's move on to the questions one by one. Question number 6 based on this particular graph, and I am providing you 35 seconds and your time starts now. Time up. Answer. So this question I am discussing that, I am explaining that question. A similar model question is there that you should do. Okay. So listen. Here I am solving this, listen carefully. The last question similar to the same model. I just give the question and I will provide you the time and just roughly go through that answer free. So listen this carefully, right? Okay. If the import of country X in the year 95 and the export of country Y in 2000 were 6.8 and 10 million respectively, that is very very important, respectively, the imports of country Y in the year 2000 was what percent more than the export of country X in 95? Percent more. We know that if we need to, in data interpretation question, if we need to find percentage more, the frame is difference divided by with respect to into 100%. Since it is percentage more, the with respect to will be the smaller number. Okay, right. Listen, if the import of country X in 95, I am noting this 95 import of country X and export of country Y in 2000. In 2000, country Y export were 6.8. So this is 6.8 and this is 10 respectively, correct? Then import of country Y in 2000, 2000 country Y import, this value was what percent more than the export of country X in 95? 95 export of country. So simply this particular value is what percentage more than this particular value? This particular import of country Y in 2000 is what percentage more? We need to find percentage more. Normally we know that if we need to find percentage more, we should find this value. To find this value, as some ratios are given, we need to connect it with this frame to find the answer, right? First of all, I am going to find export of country X. Listen, for the year 95. For 95, X it is blue color here, 95, so it is 0.68, right? So I am writing as import to export ratio of 95. It is 0.68, right? We know that X import is 6.8 divided by, we need to find export. So I am crossing this and I am taking this 0.68 here. which is equal to export of country X. So to solve it, I am removing the decimal. To remove the decimal, yes, I am multiplying it with 100, then become 68. On multiplying numerator, it becomes 680. So 680 divided by 68, 680 divided by 68, that is 10 times, because 68 10 times is 68, 680. So we can say that this is 10. So we got export of country X. Next, import of country Y. Yes, 2000 import to export ratio for 2000 country Y. We need to find that 2000 country Y, that is red. So it is 1.1, right? So this is 1.1. And we know that export is 10, so we can say that import is equal to 1.1 into 10, that is 11. So we got this value 11. Yes, simply we can say that this 11 is what percentage more than 10. We know that the frame is difference, that is 1 divided by the with respect to it is 10. This is what percentage. So on solving, it is 10%, right? That means 10% more. So for this question, the answer is option number 1, 10% answer. Yes, Devi, J.Krishnan, Malu, Rohini, Michael, very good, correct. Anchana, very good, correct. So next question, and it is very easy to find. I am providing you 35 seconds, try to answer it before that. Okay, 35 seconds, try to answer it before that. So your time starts now. If you understood the logic that I explained initially, we can find the answer. Yes, very good, with getting the correct answer. It is option number 2. I am checking it, listen carefully. In which of the following years was the value of exports less than the value of import in the case of country X? So here they are dealing with country X, yes, blue color. The value of export less than the value of import, that means import is more. Since we are finding, since the given graph is import to export ratio, if the value of import is more than the value of export, the final ratio value will be more than 1, right? So we just need to check in which year the value of country X more than 1. On checking it, yes, it is blue. On looking here, yes, there is one condition, that is 1.08 for the year 98. And another condition is that for 1.2 for the year 2000. So 2 years the value of import is more than the value of export, right? So when we are checking the option, S 98 is not there, so we can simply say that the answer is option number 2, 2000. On just analyzing the graph, we will get the idea, right? And many answered it correctly. Very happy to see that. So let's move on to the next question. I am not reading that because plenty answered correctly. So you got the idea how to analyze this DI. Yes, moving on to the next question. Read it carefully and answer it. Okay. 35 seconds and your time starts now. Time up. Answer please. Yes. Okay, I am explaining this. Listen, if the export of country Y in the year 97 was rupees 50 million, what would be the value of import in the same year for country X? So, if the export of country Y in the year 97 was rupees 50 million, that means the export of country Y is clearly given as 50 million, right? What would be the value of import in the same year for country X? The if condition is given for country Y and they asked to find the import ratio for country X. We all know that when we check this graph, this is related to import to export ratio of a particular country. That means this 0.75, this is for import to export for that country can't be determined. If you are thinking in another way, alternate way, you may get the answer as option number 1 or 2 like that, but it is not correct. You should remember this point. Someone answered it and they retracted that. Okay, I hope the idea is clear. Okay, it is very easy to find. Use the logic. The analysis is very important while solving data interpretation question. So you should analyze very carefully. Using that analysis, you need to find. If your analysis is correct, then you can interpret and you can calculate in an easier way. But if your analysis is wrong, then everything will be, the continuation of everything will be wrong. Okay, so remember this point. So I am moving on to the next question, question number 9, and your time starts now. Time up. Answer. Yes, getting the answer. So I am solving this. Listen. The ratio of import and export of country Y in the year 999 was what percent more than that of country X in the year 1995? Again, what percentage more? We know the frame, difference divided by with respect to into 100%. And the ratio of import to export, that is given in the graph. So we can find that value from the graph. The ratio of import and export of country Y 99, country Y 99, 99 country Y 0.85. Okay, was what percent more than that of country X 95? 95 country X 0.68. So with respect to 0.68, this 0.85 is what percentage more? We need to take the difference, right? That is 0.85 minus 0.68 divided by, with respect to, since it is percentage more, the with respect to will be the smaller number. So 0.68, this is what percentage? Yes, on taking the difference it is 0.14, right? Divided by 0.68. 8, it is not 0.85, I'm sorry, it is the difference, it is not 0.85 minus 0.68, sorry, it is not 0.17, right? I'm sorry, it is 0.17. So 0.17 divided by 0.68, this is what percentage? We know that 0.17, 17, 4 times it is 68, so 4, we can say that it is 25%, correct? So for this question, 100 by 4, it is 25%. So for this question, the answer is option number 3, 25% answer. Correct, very good. Malu, Shalini, Anchana, Rohini, Ruchik, Anchana, Tulya, Roshni, Pradisha, correct. Gauri, it is correct. Okay. So moving on to the last question of the day. It is similar to the 6th question that we discussed. That means we need to, using the import, we need to find the export. That logic, try to find it and say it within the time. So last question, question number 10, and your time starts now. Answer please. Similar model question, you just need to find the value using that import to export ratio from the graph. Okay, good, I am getting the answer. 𝐂𝐚𝐥𝐬, please check it. They asked to find import of country Y to export of country X. Please recheck it. So I am solving this, listen. As you know that, similar to the sixth one, if the import of country X in the year 98 and export of country Y in 96 were 21.6 and 12.5 million respectively, find the ratio of the import of country Y in the year 96 to export of country X. So we need to find Y is to X ratio, remember that, we need to find Y is to X. First condition is that for the year 98, X import to export, that we know that for 98 import to export for country X it is 1.08. So this is 1.08, clearly given that if the import of country X in 98, that is 21.6. So this is 21.6 divided by 1.08, this is equal to export, right? Here, because we need to find export of country X and import of country Y. Okay, so we will get the export. So 1.08 and it is 21.6, on multiplying it with 100, then it becomes 20 times, right? So we got this as 20 is to. I hope it is clear. 1.08 on multiplying it with 100, this becomes 108, and this is 2160. So 108, 108, 20 times it is 21.6. So 20. So we got this as 20. Similarly, next 96 import to export ratio. 96 import to export ratio for Y, Y it is red, that is 0.8, right? So this is 0.8, and what we know that it is 12.5, and that is export, this is 12.5. So on crossing import it becomes 0.8 into 12.5. Okay, that you will get it as 12 into 12.5 into 8, that is 10, right? So we will get this as 10. Okay, so 10 is to 20, so we will get the ratio as 1 is to 2. So for this question the answer is option number 1, 1 is to 2. Never think that it is option number 5, check it clearly, since it is asked to find Y is to X, not X is to Y. Okay, I hope it is clear. So 1 is to 2 answer. I hope this session is clear for all. Thank you for watching the video. Do watch again to note the values that was asked for. I think of question number 1 and question number 2 that is asked for SSC CGL examination. Should pause the video and just note all the points that I have given. Should remember the identity results. Okay, so thank you for watching. We will meet with another set of questions in the next class. Thank you very much.